Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your 2026 New Year preview. We are going to get started by looking at these major planets that are transiting, shifting, and going to create a new world order individually and quite literally for us all. It's going to come to a head in February. At 0 degrees in Aries, it's going to be the Saturn and Neptune conjunction, February 20th. And it's going to be once in a lifetime type of changes for us all. So we don't want to miss that. And we're going to take a closer look of what that means for you. So let's get started with a few of our prepared tarot. I don't want to grab that. Let's get this. 2026 for Cancer. Messages and guidance. Okay, so we have Page of Cups, King of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. All right. Okey-doke. Let's see what this means particularly for you. So Neptune is known as the planet of sacrifice. It's a spiritual, intuitive sign. It's creative. It's highly intuitive, and it can be a self-sabotaging energy, though. That's kind of the shadow side, which we all have. For you, though, Cancer, this is going to be moving in January 25th, and it's going to be hitting your house of career. And I like this because look what's sitting there. The King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is a prominent, successful, and quite notable king. It's an elevated position, and I think for you, what's going to be coming around is maybe an old job is dissolving, no fault of your own, but there might be another position that you're not even thinking about, and you should, because Neptune is the believer. Neptune is a powerful manifester. Neptune is, I believe, that's the mana of Pisces, who, of course, is ruled by Neptune. And this is what, the universe wants you to do. It's challenging everybody. And I don't think this is a stretch for you, Cancer, because number one, you're a fellow water sign. Neptune, of course, is a watery ruler and planet of Pisces, your co-water sign. And I think that when you embrace this I believe mana and this anything can happen and this dream coming into reality, and listen, Saturn's going to be joining Neptune at 0 degrees in Aries the following month. We'll talk about that in a minute. But just ask Pisces, because Saturn was combining his effort with Pisces, in Pisces, Neptune was in there since 2011, and Saturn came in and helped bring some structure and boundaries and helped realize some of Pisces' dreams. So this is what can happen for you, and this is the area we're looking at your career, your public status, how you show up for the world, your personality, who you want to project, what your brand is, what your image is. This is you having the opportunity to just do a refresh on how you want to enter this world. And the 10th house is a notable house. Everybody sees you. It's a very public facing house. It's not a lot of internal, there's a lot of external, but it's about authority, King of Swords. It's about leadership, King of Swords. So if you're ready to go for this, you should work for it, because it's there in the offing. Now, the Knight of Wands is a little bit more of the romancer, the dreamer, and that's Neptunian too. Remember what I said, when things sound too good to be true, they often are. So don't get off track here with the Knight of Wands. Don't let the Knight of Wands come in and grab your attention and your feelings, right, Cancer, and get you off track from your career path. That's what I'm seeing here for you, because he can be quite charming, and it could be fun, and it could be an adventure, and we all need that. But for you, Cancer, I think that you should concentrate on the changes that are here. And I'm saying that also because Saturn's coming in February, and Saturn doesn't really like the dreamer, playful, adventurous. He's a builder. He's a successful builder, and so he's going to team up with Neptune. He's going to want you more disciplined. That's what I'm saying. So now the Page of Cups is entering in a new phase, a new phase for you on your emotions. And of course, you're an emotional sign, and you are going to make sure that the decisions you make are heartfelt, that they come from your center. Because when they are not those decisions, Cancer, that's when you get off track. That's when we all get off track, and we start to get, some things that we weren't looking for, some difficulties, some challenges, because we weren't following our heart's passion. All right, so let's take a look at Saturn. We have the Three of Wands. Oh, good. We have Neptune's card, the Hanged Man. Ooh, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So, okay, so Saturn is about truth. Saturn is the Lord of karma. And Saturn is strict. And he does want you to succeed. So when he gives you the test first and then the lesson, it's so that you learn. A lot of us have to go back a couple of times. We don't learn our lessons the first time because we think we know what's best for us. And so you're going to be tested. And this plan here, this Two of Wands plan, might not necessarily be Saturn's plan, is what I'm saying. Saturn is about boundaries, it's about discipline, it's about time. So if you're aligned with this, then you can see progress a lot quicker, is what I'm saying. But because I don't think it's an alignment right now, because we have some work to do, right? The Hanged Man showed up, which is Neptunian's power. Remember, I told you these two elements are going to be working together, these two power planets. So the Hanged Man is saying, it's going to take time. Neptune is here in your house till 2038, long transit. Saturn's here for 2.5 years. So, and we probably couldn't take Saturn for 38 years. He comes around again. Remember the testing and giving us the lesson again, hoping that we have been able to release some karma. So it's going to take time. And that, by the way, this conjunction, this powerful, beautiful conjunction that's going to happen at 0 degrees in Aries is going to be dynamic. It's going to be about action. It's not going to be hanging on anymore. It's letting go and let's go forward, because that's Aries spirit. But it's going to be a once in a lifetime shift. So get ready for it. And guess what? Jupiter's going to help you get ready for it. That's the Wheel of Fortune. And I love that it showed up, because Saturn wants you to move in the direction of your fate, to a higher calling. And that's what you are doing. That's what he's preparing you for. So let's take a look at Uranus. So we have Five of Swords, disruption. We've got Nine of Wands, and we have the King of Pentacles. So Uranus is the planet of genius. It's cerebral. It's the future. It's technology. It's disruption. It's rebellion. This is Aquarius's ruler, and it is in Taurus retrograde as we start the new year. It will be moving out there in Gemini in April. Now, when I say disruption, it's coming from your environment. So you're surrounded by some disruptive people, some people that aren't getting along, some people that are not really assisting you on your path. And this is going to be shown to you. Now, that's not a bad thing. Now, you could be working with some colleagues, and it's all about learning. It's all about growing, And sometimes when disruptions come in, it shows us, what we don't want, what we need to move away from. And that's the beauty of Uranus. So these disruptions are really making some space, right? We always say that. And when that happens, this Nine of Wands, you see the wands kind of circling around you, hold the space. Hold the space. Because if you don't, there can be more elements, more energies coming to you that aren't for you. Now, Cancer, you're very empathetic and you're very sensitive. So the King of Pentacles is showing up and saying, you don't have to change who you are, but you have to get serious about your business. King of Pentacles is successful because he doesn't, make decisions based on his emotions. He has a measured approach. So when you're making decisions and when these elements and these energies come in to disrupt you, and you're going to be holding these spaces, make sure that you don't let anything else enter that space that takes you off your track. And don't make these decisions on an emotional level. Be strategic about it. That's what the King of Pentacles is. So there's some strategy. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't want you to be a feeling, emotional water sign. You have a place, and we want you to do that. But we tend to relax and lean into our gifts and kind of, put some distance away from our challenges. So your challenge is more strategic, more pragmatic approach instead of leading with your emotions. So let's see what the North Node has to say. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, beautiful, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Now this is interesting to me because we know that well, I'm going to pull these cards out first. So this is the North Node. This is our life's purpose, the direction we need to be moving in for the evolution of our soul. And of course, the South Node is what we should be purging. This is life's debts. This is what we owe. This is the stuff we need to clean up and clean out. So let's get those cards because these two work together. Yes, Temperance. Yes, the Hierophant. Yes, the Six of Swords. Beautiful. So the North Node is in your 8th house. Now, the 8th house is a deep house. It's Scorpio's house. It's Pluto's house. And it's where we do deep dives and face our fears and do some purging. It's definitely a place that we need to transform some of our energies. And they can be habits. They can be how we look at the world. And this Five of Pentacles is a little bit of a victim type of energy card. So there has been some, down luck, and there's been some unfortunate circumstances maybe and consequences that have happened. And they kind of kept you in this pool of, and I don't want to say pity, but I'm feeling that there's been a little bit, it's been hard for you to kind of get optimistic and climb out of this illness or this financial downward trend is over. You're stable now. You're ready to move on. So the Ace of Pentacles comes in and says there's some opportunities ahead for you, along with the Knight of Pentacles. They're ready to move toward your North Node. This is steady, reliable energy. This is honestly spiritual energy, which I love. So the North Node's our destiny, right? It's a fated direction, and it's very spiritual. So you have to do the work in the 8th house. It's an archaeological dig, for sure. And it is where we need to purge. Now, that's where our debts are. Those were the bad habits. Those were the bad lower vibration energies. And you're ready to move on from that, which is what you're supposed to do in the South Node and in the 8th house. So this is you getting out of that mindset, that lower vibration, and moving forward. And you're doing it in order. You're taking advice from Uranus, and you're going to be more strategic, more organized, more pragmatic. But guess what? Temperance comes in. This is where your magic comes in. I love this. Temperance card is Jupiter's energy, actually, and it's about your ability to turn water into wine. It's alchemic. It's magical. It's an angel. So you do have your magic. You do. But you have to do the hard work first by purging, clearing out space, holding your space, and letting the universe bring to you what is best for your highest power. And you have to have faith in that. This is a totally spiritual, faithful card. And remember how long Neptune's going to be with you. So let's do one more card. And this oracle is going to give us an idea of Pluto's energy. Now, Pluto isn't changing signs this year. It's already changed. It's been in Aquarius, but it's going to be in everybody's life, for basically another 18 to 20 years. So what does that mean for you? Ooh, a leg up. I like that message. What a great way to end. So a leg up means you're going to get a favor. You're going to be promoted. You're going to be elevated. That's what that means. And Pluto's in your eighth house. Your eighth house of intimate connections, financial connections. It's also about your fears, and we talked about how you have to, do the hard work there and reach down into the eighth house and to face them. But this is so good. This is about changing and transforming the way you're associated with your connections. And if there's shared resources now, maybe you're moving to a more independent way with your resources. And with the King of Pentacles here, it's looking pretty good along with the Ace of Pentacles. You have an opportunity to make some profound changes. And remember, this is about your money and your connections to it, Cancer. So this also can be the house of windfalls, due to wills and insurance payouts. It's a magical house, and temperance is here for you too. So if this resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. Wishing you all balance, peace, and harmony. Take care.